And we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast, where we help you get started on your fitness journey. What is up, folks? Hope y'all having a great day. Hope y'all are starting the week off right. If you listen to the car, be careful on the way to work. Wear your seatbelt, and y'all have a great day. Today's topic, we're going to hop into a topic that I think is not spoke about enough. I think a lot of people could benefit from what we're going to talk about today, that either they're not aware of it or they're not aware that they should do it. They don't know what it is, etc., etc. But I think it can help a lot of people, a lot of people. So yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. And that topic is reverse dieting. So I know if you've never heard of it, we're gonna get into what is reverse dieting, why you should reverse diet, who should reverse diet, when should someone reverse diet, how to reverse diet. We're going to cover everything you need to know about reverse dieting. And at the end, you can decide if this is something that you need to do, you should do, you may want to try, because odds are it probably will help you. So depending on where you're at and your goals and what you're going for at the time and your scenario, so I can't answer that question for you. But hey, hopefully the podcast will give you some clarity on if you should do it or not. So hopping in straight into the topic, what is reverse dieting? So the definition, well, not the definition, but it's reverse dieting is a gradual and controlled process of increasing your caloric intake after a period of calorie restriction or dieting to rebuild your metabolism and maintain results. So that's kind of like the definition of it. Basically what it is you're adding calories slowly but gradually back to your diet to kind of rebuild your metabolism. Like try to get you away from those super low calorie diets. So if you don't know how your metabolism works, basically the higher your metabolism, the more calories you can eat without gaining weight, if that makes sense. I hope that I'm trying to put it as simple terms as I can. Like for example, somebody with a high metabolism could eat, say, 3,000 calories in a day, and that'd be their maintenance level. Like that means they don't gain a pound and they don't gain any weight and they don't lose any weight. That's their maintenance calories. But somebody with a low metabolism, they can only eat like, say, 2,000 calories a day without gaining any weight or losing any weight, because that may be their maintenance calories. So basically, the higher your maintenance calorie is, the higher your metabolism is. And we want this to be high. Like you want your metabolism to be high because it's going to help you burn more calories throughout the day, and it's going to allow you to eat more food and things like that. So yeah. To me, maybe there's a scenario out there where you wouldn't want your metabolism higher, but for any scenario that I can think of, you want your metabolism to be higher. You want to build that metabolism. People that are really skinny, most time they have a really high metabolism, and that's what kind of keeps them skinny, because they burn more calories at rest. They can burn more calories throughout the day, and they can eat more without gaining weight. So that's what we want to do. We want to boost your metabolism. So that's kind of the idea of reverse dieting. It helps boost your metabolism. So why is it important? It's going to prevent rapid weight gain, also called rebound weight. So you don't want to just eat a lot of calories. You don't want to go into a bulk. Like if you're going into a bulk, you're eating a lot at one time, and you're more than likely going to gain a lot of weight. Like you're going to gain a lot of fat. Well, if you reverse diet, if you do it slowly, then you don't add all this extra fat on that you don't necessarily want. So it's going to help prepare a slowed metabolism caused by prolonged calorie deficits. And it's going to help restore energy levels and improve your performance. So for example, if someone was eating 1,500 calories a day for weight loss, like if you're losing weight, you're eating 1,500 calories a day. Reverse dieting is going to involve slowly increasing that intake by 50 to 100 calories. Some people may even go 200 calories. We'll just say 100 to keep the number simple. Increase your calories by 100 calories per week until that maintenance calorie goal is achieved. So you don't want to go from, say you're eating 1,500 calories, you don't want to bump it back up to 3,000 calories, say if that's your maintenance. You want to slowly work your way back up. So you would go from 1,500 this week to eating 1,600 next week. And the next week you would eat 1,700 and then 1,800 and so on. So this way you gradually build those calories back in. And this prevents you from adding on a bunch of extra body fat that you don't necessarily need. So who should reverse diet? Who should do this? Well, an individual that has been dieting for an extended period of time. Like if you've been on a cut, or if you've been trying to lose weight for a very long time, you probably should go on a reverse diet because you've probably destroyed your metabolism. Or if it's somebody that's been training for something like for example, a bodybuilder, you've been training for weeks on end for a bodybuilding show, you've been extreme calorie deficit, you need a reverse diet. Once you get done with after the show, then you would reverse diet to get your calories back up to where they need to be. That way you don't put on a bunch of extra fat. Another person that should do reverse dieting is somebody experiencing metabolic adaptation. So if you have signs of low energy, stalled fat loss, despite being eating very few calories, or if you're feeling cold often. So if you're somebody that's been dieting for a while and you can't lose any more weight, but you still seem to be eating less and less calories, well, you probably should do a reverse diet because you're not going to be able to drop any more weight. Your body has adapted to fewer calories, so it's going to hold on to every bit of fat that it can. So you need to do a reverse diet to counteract that. Also, athletes that are looking to return to maintenance after a cut. So someone who cut weight for a race or an event but needs to return to full performance. So if you're a runner, or if you're an endurance runner, or if you're a fighter, if you cut weight for someone, a reverse diet is probably going to be good for you to get back to that maintenance level. And then also anyone struggling to maintain their weight post-diet. So a person who quickly regains weight after finishing a diet, a reverse diet is going to be good for you. You don't want to quickly gain that weight back. So when to reverse diet? Well, after a successful fat loss phase or dieting period, this is when you should reverse diet. So if you reached your goal weight, but you can't sustain your current calorie deficit. So like say you're eating 1,500 calories and it got you to your goal weight and now you're there. But it's going to be hard for you to eat 1,500 calories forever. Like that's not that many calories. So once you hit that goal weight, then you would reverse diet to get your calorie level back up, to get your maintenance level back up to where, because now you've lost a lot of that fat. And if you gradually increase your calories, you're not going to gain a lot of that fat back. And you can, normally, if you do it right, you can get your calories back up without gaining a lot of weight. Yeah, your body will fluctuate a little bit, but normally you can do it without gaining all that excess body fat that you had before. Also, if your weight loss is plateaued despite being on low calories, this is when you should reverse diet. If you're eating 1,200 calories but you're still not losing weight, well, there's a reason why you're not losing weight. So try reverse dieting. This is going to help you out with that. If you're experiencing symptoms of low energy, hormone issues, or poor recovery, if you're always feeling fatigued, if you're having trouble sleeping, if you're hitting plateaus in the gym, it may be time for you to do a reverse diet so we can build that metabolism back up. We can provide your body with the nutrients that it needs, give it plenty of fuel to fuel your body, because you're not going to see any results if you're not fueling your body properly. So we got to get that metabolism back up so we can feed it. And then if you're post-competition or event prep, obviously you want to do a reverse diet. So a bodybuilder, a fighter, any kind of race or anything you're training for, you're going to need to restore that metabolic health. And you want to do that without rapid fat gain, without gaining a bunch of weight after your show or your event or your race. So now we're going to get to how to reverse diet properly. Well, step one, you want to assess your current maintenance calories. You may know what your maintenance calories are just from tracking your calories and stuff, or you could use one of the calorie calculators that's on the internet, and then track your food intake for a week or so you can get an idea what your maintenance calories are. And then step two would be to gradually increase your calories each week until you get up to that maintenance calorie level. So I'll just say 100 calories each week. That's just an easy round number you can use. Add 100 each week. And then depending on how your body responds, then you can adjust that number. You may have to go down or up some. But yeah, start by increasing carbs and fats because these are going to help provide energy and help provide hormonal support back into your body. Step three, monitor your weight and adjust as needed. So if weight gain happens too quickly, slow down those increases. Bump your calories down a little bit. Maybe instead of going up by 100, you may need to go up by 50. And then if your weight stays stable, then just continue that gradual increase. Don't bump the calories way up because you ain't gaining no weight. Just stick to that gradual increase. Don't do more than your set calories each week. Step four, maintain a consistent workout routine. So strength training is ideal to build muscle and support metabolism during this phase. It's ideal. You don't want to stop working out. A big part of building muscle and working out also builds your metabolism. So that's all part of it. Continue to work out during this process. Be patient. And step five is be patient. Give your body time to adapt. So reverse dieting can take a while. It can take anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks. It does take a while depending on the severity of your calorie deficit. So if you're in extremely low calorie deficit, it's going to take you a while to get back up. So you got to trust the process, and you're probably going to put on a little body fat in the process, and you're not going to want to keep doing it because you think you're gaining weight. But I promise you, just trust the process, do it, and it will help you out in the long run. And then step 6, transition to maintenance when your caloric intake feels sustainable. So when you get to that calorie number that you think you can hold on a consistent basis and do it every day, then that's when you transition to those maintenance calories. So example, if you were eating 1,500 calories and now you're maintaining 2,300 calories, hold steady at that 2,300 calories for a few weeks. So that's kind of how to reverse diet. It's not that hard. It's pretty simple. It takes time though. You got to trust the process. You're not going to see major drastic results super quick. It takes time, but it's going to benefit you more in the long run because you're rebuilding your metabolism. You're allowing yourself to eat more calories. Like you're getting your body back up to where it needs to be. Like honestly, 1,500 calories is not a lot of calories. So like that's just not sustainable for anybody. You can't do that forever. So if you've been there for a while and you're stuck there, it's going to benefit you to boost those calories up. So that way you can start losing weight with less calories, if that makes sense. So like right now, for example, say you're eating 1,500 calories and you're stuck. Well, you can't just keep dropping your calories. You can't go down to 1,200 calories. Like you're gonna blow away in the wind if you keep doing that. Like it's not gonna work, and your body's gonna adapt to that, and it's not gonna keep losing weight. But if you can build those calories up to say 3,000 calories, well then once you stay at 3,000 calories for a while and your body gets used to those calories at 3,000 calories, that'll be like your new maintenance once you stay there for a while. Then once you start cutting calories out, then you will lose weight. So does that make so now you're losing weight, say at 2,800 calories, if you're because you dropped your calories down by 200, you went from 3,000 to 2,800. Now you can lose weight at 2,800 calories versus a few months ago when you were eating 1,500 calories, you wasn't losing any weight. And this is all because of your metabolism and how you're manipulating it, basically. So you want to build those calories, those maintenance calories up as much as you can to where you're at a good, pretty high level. And then once you start cutting calories, then you'll start losing weight. So it makes sense. I know this is hard to like explain over this podcast. If you have any questions, just shoot me a DM, Murphy McFit. I'll try to help you out the best I can. Or just look up maintenance calories, and somebody may be able to explain it better than I can. I'm sure there's YouTube videos that have demonstrations on there that'll explain it a lot better than me. But yeah, basically the idea is you're building your calories up more so that when you do cut calories, it's at a more sustainable rate and you can actually lose weight with eating more food, if that makes sense. So you'll be eating, say, 28, for my example just then, you can eat a lot more calories and lose weight and actually see progress and not hit a plateau, because eventually you're going to get to a very small amount of calories. If you just keep cutting calories and keep cutting calories, you're not going to be able to keep doing that. Like at some point that's going to stop. Like you can't just keep cutting them out. You got to eat, like honestly, if you get down to like 1,000 calories, like that's barely any food. So yeah, we don't want to do that. So things to keep in mind during reverse dieting: psychological changes. So it can feel scary to increase calories after dieting because you've been working hard. Like if you had a successful weight loss, you've been working hard, you've been dieting, you saw some good results, it can be a little scary to want to increase those calories. So you just got to remind yourself that it's a necessary step for metabolic health. It's going to be good for your metabolism. So just remind yourself that. You got to trust the process. Also, keep in mind that weight fluctuations are normal. So a slight increase on the scale is probably going to happen. But it also could be due to increased glycogen and water retention from eating more carbs. So that could be a reason. I mean, yeah, you may put on a little bit of fat in the process, but it won't be as much as if you was just eating whatever, whenever you wanted to. Also, keep in mind that you need to stay consistent with your tracking. So yeah, you track a lot when you're in a diet, when you're in a deficit, when you're dieting, but you also want to track when you're doing this reverse diet as well. So you know what your calories at, because you don't know how much you've increased or decreased your calories if you're not tracking. So consistency with your food log and workout routine ensures that you're progressing as planned. And then last but not least, listen to your body. So pay attention to your energy levels, pay attention to your hunger, and pay attention to your performance. And then that way you can adjust your plan based on these cues that your body is giving you. Some myths about reverse dieting. You'll gain a lot of fat. Well, this is not necessarily true. If done gradually, if done properly, you're not going to gain a lot of fat. Weight gain is minimal and primarily lean tissue, especially if you're working out with these extra calories that you're giving your body. You're going to be able to build muscle. You're going to build that lean tissue because you're giving your body more fuel to build, to get stronger. So that's why it's important to keep working out as well during this process. And then also another myth is you can eat whatever you want. That's false. Quality of food still matters, period, no matter what. So prioritize nutrient-dense foods, and it's going to support your recovery, it's going to support your health, and it's going to allow you to see better results from the reverse diet. So don't just go in there eating, thinking you can eat whatever you want because you got more calories to play with now. So some final thoughts. Reverse dieting is not just about food. It's about regaining metabolic flexibility and setting yourself up for long-term success. So like I said, the more food that you but the more food you can eat, the more sustainable it is, right? You can't it's not sustainable to eat 1,500 calories. But say your maintenance is 3,000 calories, then hey, that's a lot more sustainable. I can eat 3,000. I can stay within 3,000 calories. I definitely can't stay within 1,500. There's no way. So be patient, trust the process. It's about progress. It's not about perfection. And if you're unsure how to begin, look into hiring a coach, look into hiring a nutritionist. Go to YouTube, search it up. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on there. Ask somebody you know that does this for a living. Ask somebody you know that's into fitness, or ask me. Shoot me a DM, Murphy McFit on all social medias. I'd love to help you out the best I can. But yeah, that's my little spiel about reverse dieting. I think this could be very beneficial for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people, one, don't know what it is, period. But two, they never really maybe thought it was for them, or they've just never done it, never tried it. They're scared of it. I know a lot of people get scared of increasing their calories, especially when they're very low on their calories now. They don't want to gain a lot of weight. And I understand that. I get that. But it's for the long term, it's going to be good for you. Yeah, it may set you back a little bit for a few months, but it's better to sacrifice those few months for better long-term health than it is to just keep pounding yourself in a calorie deficit for months on months on months and never see any results. So yeah, you may have to gain a little bit of weight in your reverse diet to be better in the future, but hey, that's okay. You got to trust the process. You got to see it through till the end, and you do it properly, it will work. It does work. People do this all the time. Like, it's a known thing. People do this. You just gotta follow through with it. It's gonna take you some time, but it's worth it, and I think you should do it. A lot of people would benefit from this. So yeah, give it a try. If you're stuck, if you're at a plateau, if you're not seeing any progress, if you've been dieting for a while, try this out. Give it a shot. See how it works for you. Stick through it to the end. It's going to take you about 6 or 12 weeks or so. And then once you get to that 12-week mark or so, then you can start trying to cut again. You can try to lose weight again and see how it works better for you then. So yeah, y'all let me know how it goes for you. Shout out to, really, I don't know why I just said shout out. Oh well. Shout out to everybody listening to this podcast. How about that? Subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to. Go over to the YouTube channel. Subscribe over there. Oh, yeah. Shout out to all my subscribers on the YouTube channel. That's who I'm shouting out. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Leave a 5-star review if you can. I'd appreciate it. Tell your friends about the podcast because we trying to get fit all 2025. That's the goal. Other than that, y'all have a great day. Peace, love, protein. We out.